I've been told that I take self-improvement too seriously. I've been told that, I just take a break. Just take a break and have some fun. I've been told that, you're only 19, you need to relax, enjoy your youth, go out, party. Worry about this stuff later in your 20s, late 20s. And my question to myself is, how can they tell me to relax? How can they tell me to enjoy my youth? Because first of all, your youth is only 7 years. From 18 to about 25, that's what you can enjoy. After that, now you're judged on your ability to provide. So why would I sacrifice the rest of my life for 7 years? 7 years where you can't really enjoy much of life because you don't have money. But that is not even the point of this. The point is, how can they tell me to relax? How can they tell me to enjoy my youth when they didn't feel the pain that I felt? How can they tell me to relax when they didn't feel the fear that I felt living in a household where there were problems with alcohol? They don't know, or they haven't felt the mental trauma that comes from battling with the worst form of bad mental health for 2 years. And with all the rejections that I've had, with all the times I was made to feel small, to feel like I was nothing and I had no influence and I couldn't change anything. And then they have the audacity to say that, oh, you're taking self-improvement too seriously. And if you're still watching to this point, I know for a fact you're late. And there's one thing that I have to say, don't let anyone ever tell you that you're taking this stuff too seriously. Don't let anyone tell you that you're taking improving yourself too seriously. How can you take improving yourself too seriously? You should never allow someone to tell you that you're taking self-improvement too seriously. Because the truth is, your future, your family's future relies on what you do right now, on the work that you put in right now. The work that you put in right now determines the quality of your future wife. And no one wants to admit that. Because to get a high quality woman, you need to become a high quality man yourself. So if you're just enjoying your youth now, going out getting hammered every weekend, you'll probably have a wife who did the same. You'll probably have a wife who's on the same level as you. And you know what? The quality of your children's life depends on the work you put in today. Imagine, I want you to imagine this. Imagine that in the future you're going through a tough time, like financial situations with your family. And imagine that somehow your child found out that you were going through this because when you were younger, you're like, I want to enjoy and go to parties and waste my time and get hammered. That would be a disgrace. Not only to yourself, but to your father who's worked so hard to provide for you. That would be a disgrace to all the men in your bloodline. That you're like, And the odds are, if you're watching this, you're a young man. And the fact that you're a young man means that you have male aggression within you. So I want you to reclaim this male aggression and to use it now. So when people are telling you that you're taking this stuff too seriously, tell them to bugger off. Tell them that they don't matter. In fact, disregard them completely. Because the truth is, you don't want people in your circle who are going to slow you down. You want people who will run at the same pace as you. Or in fact, run a bit faster so that they push you to run faster. You have to weigh the different outcomes. You have to have the ability to look, let's say, 15 years into the future. So I'll say that I'm 19, so I'll say 19 now. 15 years in the future, right, will be 34. Let's say I go down the path of taking self-improvement too seriously, right? How will I end up in 15 years? Financial abundance, time freedom, location freedom. I would have developed myself into a man of extreme high value. I don't even think the material success would be the most important part. It would just be that I would be proud of myself, proud of all the work that I put in, and proud of my ability to provide for those who I love. But then now we need to look at the other side. 15 years from now, if I take this advice of, I'm gonna enjoy my youth and go partying and get hammered every weekend, right? It means that from 18 to 25, I'll probably do nothing. I'll just graduate from uni. Probably with suboptimal grades. And then because I have suboptimal grades, because I didn't set myself up properly, I didn't read to gain knowledge, and I was just enjoying my youth. Now, I'm behind. And people like to say that, you can never be behind, but you actually can. Behind your potential. Behind who you were supposed to be. Because the truth is, we all have different timelines. But there is a timeline that you could have gone by. There is a timeline that you could have been on if you took self-improvement seriously, if you took leveling yourself up seriously. So you won't be behind your friend. You won't be behind that guy in your class. You'll be behind. TJ! You'll be behind the ghost that resembles your fullest potential. The ghost that resembles who you could have been if you took self-improvement seriously and took it too seriously. So 15 years from now, you're 34. And you took the advice of not taking self-improvement too seriously. Now you'll be working a job that you don't like. You'll be living a life that you don't like. You'll be slaving away, doing things that you don't find meaningful. I hope you see from my example that you can't take self-improvement too seriously. Because the more serious you take it, the better your life will be. And who doesn't want to live a better life? Who doesn't want to live a life of abundance?